Yeah, it was definitely a whirlwind of emotions during all that time. Got some news we didn't want to hear, and we've just been working really hard here to get back to where we are now and get back on the field.
As much as you can share comparatively to other injuries, other recoveries, what exactly was the last 8, 9 months for you?
It's been a lot of work, a lot of time. Definitely blessed with our staff here. We've put in a lot of work and time to get back. Like I said, it was kind of not news we were expecting when the injury happened, and we've just done everything possible to get back definitely early and feel good, and you know all the thanks to the staff here because we really did put a lot of time and work into getting to the point we are now.
Not only was it, okay, now you've got an 8 month recovery, but in the interim, it was at first like, oh, can you play the next week? So how do you even like juxtapose the idea of trying to play with the injury to now, oh, wait, now it's going to be an 8 month recovery?
Yeah, I mean, it's playoff time. We were on a roll. I really wanted to be out there. We were going to do whatever it took as long as I couldn't hurt myself more. Obviously didn't happen, and then yeah, it was go time. The next goal was, we got to get through what I had and get back on the field and play good football. And again, I'm just really excited to be, back now to work on that progression to get back on the field.
What other knee injuries had you ever had?
I haven't had. My knees have been, knock on wood, will stay great. That was my first knee injury, so.
More so I asked that just because it wasn't like some of these cats who now it's like third ACL, fourth ACL,
Yeah.
and like they've been through this before. For you, this was an entirely new experience.
Yeah, completely new experience. I've heard these injuries are grind. They are, but you go into a great mindset. Like I said, the staff here has been incredible. And just the amount of attention I've gotten to get to this point, it's been amazing. So really, really happy with where we're at. Couldn't have asked for more. Everything's gone great the entire process. So,
What point did you see the light at the end of the tunnel?
I would say getting into camp, I knew where we were at. We were doing really well. I knew at some point I would be getting off pup in the middle of camp and then progressing to being able to play on the field.
Was there a moment, whether it was running, whether it was jumping, that it was like, oh, I can do this again?
Yeah, for sure. We've been running for a while now. That was always, those are the numbers you want to hit. The little things in rehab that you want to strive for and become better at. And in a lot of ways, I'm better than I was before now. So we've really taken this rehab process and molded it in a way to better myself. And I'm really excited to put everything together once the time comes.
How much work do you think, or practice do you feel like you need to feel good going week one?
Yeah, I would say right now that's all up in the air. I've missed a lot of ball. That's what it kind of comes down to. It really depends on how fast this process dials up, and then we'll see kind of where we're at on the field and how we're playing, how we're feeling. But ultimately, hopefully not too much time.
Reaction to just the progression, ascension of Anton this offseason, getting to watch it here in Jacksonville?
Awesome. Anton's doing things we all knew that he can do. He's already been doing them on the right for how long. Him and I, we knew he'd be fine on the left side, and he's doing great. He's excelling well, and I think the new position change has turned the dial on him even more to really push himself, and he's doing a great job.
Do you have a conversation with him when it starts becoming apparent, like, hey, he may be being the left tackle moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, we've had those conversations. This wasn't in the dark for all of us. I think he's going to excel well, and for me, I've played a lot of ball at the right side, and I'm excited to play right tackle.
When you get back into teamwork and pads, is it going to be easier to get your run game rhythm or your pass game rhythm?
I think it's going to be a little bit of both. Again, I don't think it's going to be that much time. Hopefully it's like riding a bike, but, it's just I missed a lot of balls. So it's just going to take a second to get adjustments to the speed of the game, where you're going against, use of hands, just getting in that position again. We've been doing Indy for a while now. I'm confident in what I'm doing so far, and just got to get those team reps.
How are you better than you were before?
Huh?
You said you may be better than you were before. How are you better than you were before?
I just feel being in shape, I think my strength, I think my speed, my explosiveness. Again, there's a lot of things that we are allowed to understand that were weaknesses before and work on them. Just because we're off to the side doesn't mean that's not stuff that we can work on. And I feel like we've really attacked those points really well, and I'm excited to translate that on the field.